How did your school fail you? I am a 16-year-old female student who attends a private Catholic high school in Northwest Florida. Right after Thanksgiving, my school accepted a new transfer student and put him in a few of my classes. Ever since then, he hasn't left me alone, and it has escalated to the point where he held me down and tried to kiss me during gym class last week. I reported this to my teacher, but was basically told that I should be nice to the new student and let it go. Today, during homeroom, I was walking to my desk, and he cut my uniform skirt with a pair of scissors as I walked past him. I freaked out and started crying and ran to the bathroom because you could see my panties through the hole in my skirt, and I didn't have another change of clothes except my gym uniform. One of the administrators found me crying in the bathroom and called me into her office to discuss what happened. I thought that I was safe, but he was sitting in a chair waiting for us. I refused to go into the room and demanded that my mom be called, and eventually, the secretary took me to the nurse's office. I kept demanding that my mom be called, but they were just trying to calm me down and trying their best not to call my mom. I got fed up with them and I decided to just dial 911 from my iPhone. 30 minutes go by and I realized that no one was coming to get me to speak to the officer. One of the admins came back and told me that my little stunt wasn't going to work and that I was going to get detention. I then dialed my mom on my phone right in front of the admin and told her what happened. She freaked out and is on her way to come get me. About 30 minutes after I called my mom, I was sent back to class. As far as I know, the other student is in his math class right now, and I am still sitting in a ripped skirt with my panties visible. I was never even taken to get my gym clothes, and I was sent back to class dressed like this. It's a uniform skirt, and he cut about a 7-inch slit up the bottom of the hem, and it ripped even further. I thought that it was at least assault. Update: the administration never told me that they were trying to contact my dad, so I kept panicking and freaking out, thinking that they weren't doing anything to help. My attacker was suspended for 3 days for cutting my skirt and was back in class the next week. I was suspended for a week for making the call to the police officer. We aren't allowed to use phones in school, and that is the justification the school used for suspending me. It doesn't really matter because my parents have decided to let me finish high school online, but I am upset that I received a longer suspension than my attacker. My parents and I went down to the police station and filed a report against my attacker for assaulting me. Since we are both juveniles, we don't think it will go anywhere, but the report has been for the record. The school never made a formal announcement, but the male admin who sent me back to class with the ripped skirt has been missing from the hallways since the Monday following the incident, and no one has seen him since. Rumor mill is that he was fired, but no one can confirm or deny for sure. Photos of me did end up on Snapchat thanks to a few asshole classmates. Not sure what I can do about that, so I'm trying to ignore it and move on. 2 of my classmates are also leaving the school because my attacker tried to pull a similar stunt with them, so apparently, it's still an issue at the school, but I've washed my hands of the situation because nothing I've done has seemed to have an effect. The school only fewer than 200 students K-12, so I'm not sure why they would rather lose 3 students than the one jackass who causes problems, but I don't really care anymore.